So here I am. I'm entering the store, the Star Wars store, which is in Washington Square Mall in Tigard, Oregon. You can see there's a lot of Star Wars here. This is probably the biggest wall of the vintage collection I have ever seen. It is truly fantastic to look at. You can even see like HasLabs up there, tons of vehicles, tons of figures, including some of the latest waves. It was so much fun to look at and just see so many figures right there on the wall. Here we have Black Series, including some of the latest waves from Obi-Wan Kenobi right there. And going all the way back. It's exclusives, everything here. It's amazing. Like, I'd be hard pressed to find something maybe that's not in here. I'm sure there's a few things that you can't find in here, but we're going back here. We have Power of the Force 2. You can see Saga, Micro Machines, just tons and tons of everything. And you can even notice the decor. We have Death Star style lights, walls, whatever you want to call those there. But just so much stuff. And this star is smaller than the other one I've been into, which I think is closer to Portland there. But it's right there in the mall, which is so cool. Here we can see so much prequel stuff, including some displays. Again, hard-pressed to find anything not here, really. Here we're getting into Phantom Menace and kind of the lines from the 2000s for the most part. You see Revenge of the Sith stuff there in the middle, some of the Saga line and the OTC. And then there's tons and tons of Funko Pops. Not my thing, but I know people love them. You can tell they're not all Star Wars here, but that's a lot of Pops. Now granted, you see places at cons and stuff. And there in the back, there's a couple arcade machines and a Mandalorian pinball machine, so you can sit there and play those, which is pretty cool. And just look at the decor. We've got, like, Star Wars flags, helmets, all sorts of stuff up the top. It's a really cool store just to go visit. In fact, I didn't actually buy anything while I was there, but I really enjoyed just looking around at it and checking it out. Here you can see that it's not just Star Wars. They have a small section that is not just Star Wars stuff. There's older stuff here as well as new release stuff from all sorts of different lines. Even a Batman up there. And this is like socks and all sorts of non-toy stuff. Most everything that you've seen so far has been toys. And you can see the feet of a giant porg up there. And there's all sorts of artwork. It's not like, it's the type of stuff that you can buy in stores already, but it's decor, I should say, that you can put on your walls. It's not just Star Wars, as you can tell as well. And still more. It's just, it's like a regular mall store, but you can see there's more. This is all retro stuff. I did not see the latest Obi-Wan Kenobi wave of retro figures, but practically everything else was there. So plenty of retro to find there, including a few other things, of course. And here we have just more figures. You can see deluxe figures from all sorts of different years. The original vintage stuff, the VOTC type stuff, the Toys R Us Naboo Starfighter, and then there's this whole cabinet of vintage, and I believe the person at the front said that this is the owner's collection. I know they said the 12-inch on top, which are the 90s, 2000s Hasbro 12-inch, were the owner's collection, but there's a lot of vintage in this case, and none of it had prices.